Just finished a long shift and I've actually realised what is my pet peeve within construction. So that's that video right now. My pet peeve in construction is people that play dumb, that go on like they don't know. If somebody tells you a bit of information, right? You didn't know the valve needs to be connected to this point, so it creates a filling loop, yeah? I get it if some people don't have this up here, yeah? But most of them do. But it's what you choose to use. And I say it like this. I said it to someone yesterday, which was, when you come to work, yeah, you put your electrician brain on. When I go to work or when I'm at home, I've always got my plumbing brain on, right? There's some of us who are switched on full time and some of us that do less than part-time hours, but you expect to get the same level and response from certain situations when you cannot physically see something like a trades person. And when I say like a tradesperson, I mean thinking about how the job might be done. So thinking about how you can do your repair, but also understanding what you're looking at. When anybody who is like a building service engineer, yeah, or multi-trade engineer, you work inside buildings. It's not just going to be electrical problems and electrical things. Electrics and plumbing cross over a lot of the time, and they will ask you to go and look at a job. If you say you're not confident enough, yeah, to have a look at something, that's your business. You know, for years you're gonna be in this job, innit? So there's a level of understanding what you gotta get. But you see, when you play bimbo or you play like you're dumb, for me, I actually knew you was dumb before. So I'm trying not to play into these things. But it irates me, I'm not gonna lie. It gets underneath my skin because I'm working 12-hour shifts. And when people play dumb and you tell them about something and they was persistent to say, no, it wasn't. But hold on, let me not argue with you and just show you some of the facts. The facts are on the internet, my boy. We bring up the facts. You still have your arms crossed. We're not getting anywhere, innit? Because I'm always here to share information. But there's some people that feel like, oh, but me and you do the same thing. We don't. I check if I didn't know something, and I try not to play dumb on situations which I have information about, because retaining information on a job can resort to a lot of negative things happening. People can get hurt. If you retain information, you don't tell someone it's isolated and it's not isolated, so someone could get wet, electric shock. There's a lot of other things that can happen. Do you get it? And when you explain how some things happen to people, and then you're like, how did you get to this diagnostics for yourself to go back to the breaker when it's this happening? I don't expect everyone to have the same technical ability as everybody else, yeah, but your general understanding of what you do as a tradesperson, yeah, definitely goes far and goes wide. But I understand that there are the younger generation, some of the older generation that come to work without their brain on. It's switched off. They're logged out. They're just here to take part. I get that. I understand that. And I try to stay well away from those types of people in the workplace because, you know, like, whenever I go to work, yeah, I'm willing and able to work. So I want to do work. That's how I feel when I get to work, yeah? I'm proud about me being able to repair, fix, understand, diagnose problems. And me personally, I've got a thirst for information and educating myself. Whether I'm self-educated or someone else is educating me, I could always sit back and take a little listen to what people got to say, because I don't know everything. And I would be the first person to not know everything. But when someone tells you about a procedure which you didn't know about, which you still think that you could still be right about, I don't know. At this point, it's starting to get a bit crazy. Like, your mindset, your own mindset is delusional. And I know there's loads of people out there like that. And I just want to know, like, where do you get this idea from, man? Where do you get an idea to say something out your mouth without not thinking about it, but also understand that the internet has the information to generally 99% of the questions what you ask, but you don't research it. You rather think that your brain writ a lot of things and this is the case and that is the case. Sometimes I should not rise to people's debates when it comes to stuff like that, because I realize that, you know what, you're just trying to, what you're trying to do is some type of mind games, which, you know, like, it doesn't make any sense, because when someone gives you the information, like myself, I can only take myself into that consideration. You have the information now. I've told you the facts. If you don't believe me, you can check them with the internet. And all this believing, like, it says to me that I just need to stop conversating with those people about anything, because you always think you know best. So guess what? Crack on. And that is the thing that I will do, instead of try to reach out and help that person, because I realize that, one, you're not trying to help yourself. Two, you don't want someone to assist you. And there's nothing wrong with assistance in an area which you don't know nothing about, clearly. But people's pride and ego, where they feel like they have been doing stuff and they've been outside a long time and they've been doing this and doing that. That's your personal opinion. I don't need to tell people I've been outside and do this and do that. They know that. It's documented. I don't need to document it. Other people have documented it. That last bit might sound like I'm being arrogant, but I'm not. I'm being honest. The point of being clear about your intentions and how you conversate and give and share information, yeah, is important. You know, but I realize a lot of these people want to be the man. To be the man, you got to fool a big pair of boots. They're not your size, my boy. Wear your own size. Don't get yourself caught up in this like back and forward thing, because I think once people like myself, I try to give everybody a chance. I give them a chance. I say, okay, all right, cool. We're not going to get anywhere with this. I'm just always going to continue what I do, but use these situations to make good content about the different type of characters we have within this industry. We have the people who, they claim that they know a lot of stuff, but when you ask them stuff, they don't know. It's very vague. There's no answers to it. And when I'm talking to someone and telling them information, and I know that they don't want to hear the information from the messenger, because it's never the information, it's the person who's giving them the information. Yeah? So they don't like the information because it's from me, right? That's fine. That's okay. But I'm just going to say it anyway. So I say it, I tell them, and your body language does this. Everybody knows if someone's talking to you and you start doing this, and you've normally had your hands by your side, you're standing up, you know. So to do this, you've had to do effort to do that. I study people's body language and how they carry on when you tell them things, because I talk to people in their face. Do you get it? I'm different school. None of these pickneys, none of these little boys are from the same school and era as myself. It's different. I'm not here to shame you, because I'm not in competition with you. Because if I was in competition with you, or I had some type of real problem with you, I wouldn't talk to you. But I talk to you because I think it's only right to give everybody a chance. You hear someone out, you listen to them, and yes, you help if you can help. But if you cannot help and it's out of your physical thing, I can't help you. Sorry, can't help you with that. But it's sad when I know it's one of the bros them doing bullshit like that. But we're always going to lose some to the game and people who we don't really need in the community because they are how they are. They're not going to help the next generation. That's not people who I want to join the community, the family, to help the next generation and let them understand that every man can learn a lesson. Every woman can learn a lesson. You didn't start being a shepherd. You started being a sheep. And a sheep has to learn if he wants to be a shepherd. That's just life. But I really understand that a lot of the time it's because of the person, the individual who's telling them, the person who's enlightening them. So it's very hard to refrain from that because it's in my nature to be friendly, to share information, to help others, to look out for breaders when I see them. All you boys know what a breader is. The man them boys there. I look out because look the same. But hear what? You see when any of them do that defiant business, as if we're in gladiator times and me and you are gonna fight, I've never been your problem, bro. If I was your problem, I wouldn't even ever acknowledge you. But you know what? We leave them. Left them. Leave them where they stand. There's no time for them coming into next year. We don't entertain people like that anymore. We laugh about them, we speak about them, we judge them, and we listen to the foolishness they say. Don't take them seriously. And I've realised that I've had to do this thing where I just ask myself, I've been as fair as I can with you. You asked me a bit of information, I've told you the information, you questioned the information, and then you acted more than surprised and acted like after, which lets me know that, you know what? I'll reframe because I didn't like that. I didn't like that from him, but at the same time, there was nothing to come back because it was all facts what I was talking to the person. But when people are ready, they'll play the bimbo bozo work guy. That's what they'll play. They'll play that, I didn't know, it's not my trade. I don't do that because, I'm a sparky and all that. It's your business. That's your business, man. We ain't got time for people like that, man. We just discuss them and we just keep it moving. Them boy there, never gonna get far. They're not for our community neither, but you need to be wary of these people because I've told you about work bozos. I've showed you about these types of guys. They're out there. We got weirdos, w.com, weirdoboys.com. They're all over. It's an epidemic. We can't stop it, but we have to watch out. We have to wear sunglasses when we're around them boys there. Don't let them boys there look into your face. It's long. We don't need to be looking at each other for anything. We're not boys or nothing. You're just someone who I've met, who I'm able to make some really good content about because a lot of people understand that there's someone or someone's personality within them that's like them. Do you get it? We all understand what I mean. Yeah? Is what it is, but let's just clean up the place, you know? Clean up the place, understand that these people exist. Don't have to acknowledge them, but just beware because when you're aware of these characters, yeah, it makes you more wiser for life. I know that they have these people out there, but I said to you, I have a goodness in myself that wants to see people win, but also let people say to themselves, you know what? Even though I didn't like him, he did give me the information, you know, he did be nice to me, he did be really cordial and actually tell me what I wanted to know. Yeah, I did, because, again, ain't holding nothing back, rude boy, you know? You ain't gonna get far with nothing. Because it's the attitude of those people what irates me. It's the fact that you think that me and you are in a Oh, competition. Look at yourself. Look at me. We're not in a competition. I would never be in a competition with anybody. It's not about that for me. A person that helps is not into competition. Why would I create competition for myself by opening myself up to a barrage of questions which I wasn't comfortable or confident or knew anything about? See the young boys nowadays, yeah? A lot of them are cooked, man. Cooked. I'm going to tell you that from now. I'm going to stop the video now because, yeah. I just feel like that with some. Not all, some. But it is what it is. And I understand that a lot of us didn't grow up with any cloth. That cloth mentality is gone now, yeah? Make sure you like, share and subscribe because this is where the cloth mentality will be laid down. Yeah, we ain't playing with them anymore. Let's subscribe. Let's get it.